Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. My name is Emily, and welcome to Control. Now, this is a game that I initially didn't give much thought to, because I didn't know anything about it. But I've heard a lot of people sort of compare it to SCP stuff in its sort of basic premise. And I watched one video, I cannot remember who by. I want to say it might have been Jacob Geller, but I could be wrong about that. Maybe I'm getting that name wrong too. Maybe there's not even a Jacob Geller. but this game, whoever made this video made it look really interesting. Where it was he compared it to I don't know. I don't remember who it was. I should probably stick to they. Compared it less to SCP and more to The Haunting of Hill House, which is a really good book, and that is what got my that's what got my interest up. Was the comparison to The Haunting of Hill House, which if you're familiar with the Netflix series, there is a sequel series starting soon. Apologies for the noise. Called I think it's The Haunting of Bly Manor. So that could be neat. I haven't looked at anything for it, but that's exciting. Okay. I don't know if you may want to adjust before starting the game. Brightness, I think, is fine. Although, wait. As the left icon should be barely visible, and I didn't even know there were supposed to be 3 icons. Yeah, I can't see anything. I can't see a third one. I guess it's just gonna stay dark. I'm using headphones, but I feel like it might be better if I leave it on speakers for some of you who may not be using headphones. And English and subtitles, of course. Here we go. I've been very excited about this, and I hope that those of you watching at home will enjoy it as well. Standing still is not advisable. Well, I'm in trouble then. Even when playing Doom and Killing Floor, I'm always standing still to shoot. Oh, pardon me. Howdy, chair kicker.
This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different, For each of us, it can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? Hello? Anyone here?
Okay. This is from the same folks who made Alan Wake, if anyone is familiar with that. And I could be wrong, but I think I saw on Bloody Disgusting that Alan Wake might actually appear in the latest, the newest and final DLC collectibles. Reminder. Certain objects not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials, unauthorized weapons, pagers, laptops, smartwatches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart. Number 2, pencils. Any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypal concept, e.g. rubber ducks, ketchup bottles. All material under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your supervisor immediately. Hi, Kira. Baby, I just started. You don't need to be held yet. Come on. Silly baby. Silly kitty. What are you doing, silly? Hey. I'm sorry, everybody. Kitty. Kitty demands attention. Okay. Minor complaint. Controls feel a little sensitive. Internal lockdown in effect. Building lockdown in effect. Multiple containment breaches detected. Multiple building shifts detected. Head of research override. HRA protocol activated. Okay, I've never really understood what other people meant when they talked about floaty controls, but I've got to say, Jess here feels a little bit floaty. Hey, hang on. Forgot about that. Have to reposition the capture card. Alright, Kira, I'm gonna smush your tail.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
I can't make it out. You know, it actually might have been on the correspondence we picked up. Yeah, there it is. I can't tell what that eagle is holding in the left talon, but the right... Oh, it's probably a key. Right talon seems to be holding a sword. Does that make sense? I will say up front that what little information I know is that the Federal Bureau of Control, it's like the BPRD from Hellboy. It exists to study supernatural phenomenon. Bureau expenditures. Expenditure summary, Executive Sector Quarter 2. Major, staffing, surveillance, redacted, data center initiative, constructed, redacted. Minor office equipment, janitorial costs, redacted. Mold removal, HQ livability costs. For cost breakdown spreadsheet, see page 5. For 5-year comparison chart, see page 9. You know, I'm not really a spreadsheet kind of person, but is it weird that I kind of want to check out page 5 and page 9? Head of Research, Dr. Casper Darling. Alright, come on. Capture card, you can do better. Our bureau at work. Director Zechariah Trench. That was something I was trying to read during the opening cutscene. I couldn't tell if that was a T or an F. Oh, thank you for kisses, Kira. Sweet baby. Over here demanding attention. Right, that looks like it's probably a bathroom. It is a bathroom.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
Boy, I hope that my capture card will sort its shit out soon. Because having that kind of fuck up in the middle of dialogue is jarring, to say the least. Sweetie Kira, I need both of my hands, please. Silly kidders. Is this a door? That is not a door. That is a window. Okay. I'm going to try and turn down some of the sensitivity here. Just put everything on 35. Knowing me, that's probably going to be a little bit too low. Or still too high. Who knows? It is what it is. Okay, that's more manageable. Still might be too low. I don't know. A lot of motion blur going on regardless. I really appreciate the anachronistic technology here. All these old tape recorders and typewriters. Have I mentioned that I love typewriters? Because I love typewriters. Attention all redacted. Redacted. A shark in his redacted. Although secure redacted. Permission to redacted. Following basic protocol redacted. Shoot to kill redacted. Good luck. Seriously though, I love typewriters. I have 4 typewriters. Only one of them works and needs a new ink ribbon. One of them is, well, it would probably be fine if I had a new ink ribbon for it. It's, it was made specifically for typing addresses onto envelopes. And that's just really cool to me. Like, they had to build an entire typewriter with, like, a limited printing space. Specifically so you could, like, type addresses onto envelopes. Like, that seems like a really unnecessary thing to have. But, like, it's interesting. It's I mean, like I say, it seems unnecessary to me, but I have it. Baby girl, I love you too, but I need my hands. Kira just keeps rubbing her head on my hands. She needs all the petting. She's a good girl, though. Oop. Sorry, baby. And sorry, everybody listening, I kind of bumped the mic there. Oh, I think I found the good spot. She's leaning into it and her paws are sliding across the desk. Oop, sorry. If you're not a member of my Discord, you should join my Discord. There's a link under the video. Uh-oh. R4 reports reminder. Hello, as you all should know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request form R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, you need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under section 75.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darling, Miss Marshall, Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Kirkland, as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Best, your admin team.
Hello?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess that the fella singing in the hall, yep, janitor. Oh, check out that picture! He's a cowboy! Man, I love this desk! Like, this game is supposed to be set, like, in the now times. But, like... typewriter, ashtray, Rolodex, old tape recorders. It's very, like... it's very, like, 50s, 60s, that sort of era. Very classic, government agent shit.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for. You can say if they don't hire you, you are no helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
I wasn't thinking that, but okay. I was just thinking, he read my mind! Okay, camera still seems a little bit too sensitive. Jesus Christ, capture card, can you get your shit together? Maybe it's not the capture card, maybe it's OBS that's fucking up here, because I noticed that the overlay was skipping a little there too. I don't know why that's happening. I don't appreciate it. I wish it would stop. It seems to have just become a thing this week. Or last week. But I would like for it to stop. Okay, Evelator. Proceed deeper into the bureau.
The cell. Poster. When you're the first time behind the poster.
Okay, can we stop with the skipping and the jittering, please? I really don't appreciate it.
They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help? Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan.
Well, I do now.
17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
There we go. I was gonna say I couldn't move the camera. Oldest house, discovered August 4th, 1964. See, that's a thing. Again, I only know this because I saw the video. But, like, this building was not built for the Bureau. The Bureau just kind of moved into the building. It was just this random brutalist structure in the middle of the city, and no one knew where it came from. So basically, this government agency that exists to study the supernatural just sort of set up its offices in a haunted house that they know nothing about. And that's where the Haunting of Hill House comparison came in, which, again, that's what made this game. That's what piqued my interest about this game. Is that particular comparison. Hi? The coffee maker just kind of... I guess I started it when I walked in. Approved terminology reminder. Reminder, redrafting any public-facing material. While pinning any notifications of death related to the Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines. Word, stroke, phrase to use. In the service of his or her country, regret, proud/pride will be remembered. Words and phrases to avoid: Alaska, scissors, blood/bleed, loss, apologies/sorry. Yeah, no, exactly. I was just thinking that myself. Any glitches, like, make stuff bounce around like that, can just be explained away with, it's haunted. It's fine. And I say again, if you haven't read The Haunting of Hill House, I would advise you to check it out. The Netflix series that just came out is really good, but it is not a one-to-one adaptation. It actually kind of has almost nothing to do with the novel it's based on, but it is really good nonetheless. I'm trying to remember the name of the author. Shirley Jackson, written in 1959. It was adapted into 2 movies, one of which was pretty good, another was not so good. The not so good one had Liam Neeson in it. Barbara, I am not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day, for the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara, not a single one. Investigate the noise in the director's office. Well, in the opening cutscene, we saw him putting a... Well, you don't know that it was him putting the gun to his head. We saw him with a gun to his head. Oh. I'm sorry, did I just... There's some awfully jiggly drawers. Okay, can't go in there. Alright, on to the objective.
Shit. Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
That is certainly a map. Doesn't look like it'll be an easy one to navigate, though.
poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
Gotta say, I appreciate that. Like, that whole sequence there, where, like, the gun itself is basically a cursed object, and picking up the gun is your application to become the director of the Bureau. And, what was that last one? You must choose to be the chosen one. I just really like that line. And also that the board does not have dialogue, really. I mean, it's got subtitles, and there is like a really muffled voice that doesn't match the subtitles. But it's not like somebody's actually talking to you. Like that. Oh. Hi there. Bye. Adios. Oh, hello again, gun. Control the gun/house.
Okay. Now I have a gun.
Service weapon regenerates ammunition automatically when not in use. Makes sense. I saw you. So I've got to play it kind of like the lobby scene in The Matrix. I've got to try and stay in motion. You/we wield a gun/you. The board appoints you. Congratulations, director.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here.
That's a weird way to look at your situation.
Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
Things were pretty quiet out there before. Ooh, Kira. Sorry, sweetie. Hey, Spider, how's it going? Oh, just step on the dead man. It keeps telling me to toggle map, but, like, I don't know what anything is on this map. And if I'm looking at it right, it covers multiple floors. Oh.
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You. Oh, thank you. That was horror. Get the fuck away!
Hiss guards. Field research on Hiss entity. Hiss corrupted security guard. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss guards use the standard issue bullpup rifles they carried prior to corruption. While the armored guards carry pump-action shotguns, they have no observed paranormal abilities with the exception that certain Hiss guards are protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Is the shielding a result of prolonged Hiss corruption? Does the Hiss mature in organic hosts over time? More data is needed. Did the Hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the Hiss have that level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited to? Kiss the baby. Combat-trained hosts are reserved for combat? These are all questions for later, though it is obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge on the use of their weapons. Refer to file redacted for full report. Kira? Please, what, we keep talking about tails in my face and how I don't like it? You little patoot. She's squishy and adorable, and I love her. Okay, Director Trench photograph. So much is expected from the director. The responsibility, the privilege. Zachariah Trench. Sorry, baby. I kind of bumped her nose with the controller a little bit. Service weapon, OOP-1-KE. Containment procedure, no unique procedures required. Acquisition date, August 4th, 1964. The object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to redacted. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of redacted. The object will determine whether redacted. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by the redacted, though their criteria is unknown. The object was discovered inside the oldest house in the room that is now used as the director's office. Popular hypothesis, redacted. Many forms throughout history. Redacted. Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varanastra, all weapons that redacted of their wielders. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, redacted. See Dr. Darling Presentation 11.1 for more details.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
Dr. Darling's voice sounds familiar. Look out, Kira. I want to see if he is who I think he is. because he sounds like he might be the voice actor for Alan Wake. Yep, he was the voice of Alan Wake. Neat. Matthew Peretta. Enemies drop health and damage, collect health elements to restore health. Oh, my health is pretty good right now. Undefined reading. Conceptual material. I wonder what that is.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
Jesse, I've been here as long as you have, and I learned the dead man's name. Can we call him by his name? Energy boost. Personal mods. Energy plus 5%. I don't know what that means, but I'll take it. Oh. Hi. You okay? Max occupancy 6 persons. I don't know, this looks like it can hold at least 8. Oh, that's a box, okay. House memory. I don't know what either of these are, but okay. You okay up there? For Marshall's eyes only. Marshall. We checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. It wasn't anything, just like the House of Fire before this, and the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort the fake AEWs from the real thing. Or AWEs, I'm sorry. I got wrestling on the brain, apparently. Or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch, next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. I think Sherman Ranch was the location in Alan Wake. Hang on. I think there was a Sherman Ranch in Bright Falls. I think that's where the I think that's where the rock concert segment was. Okay, that's a coffee mug. I thought that was a grenade. Alright, I have no idea where to go or what to do, but that's okay. I will figure it out. Dinner reservation 7 p.m. at Chez Ambre. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at lobby reception. Remember, she is turning 46. Underlined. Okay, director's office. Why are there so many floating corpses?
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
Is that... Oh yeah, I think that might be real flowers. I don't know. I can't tell. Oh look, it's me. Released articles. Masao, Leol. I'm probably reading that wrong. Anne Lynn, Sebastian, Jenna. Math. Gross. Can be taken for reuse. Men's toilets. Can I break the toilet? Consider yourself broken, toilet. Well, Adi's not going to be happy about that. Executive meeting minutes. Agenda items for next executive meeting. Rising costs of AWE response. Update on mold eradication efforts. Upcoming annual salary review. New supplier of coffee filters to be found and vetted. Please come prepared. Thank you for your time. Yeah, Spider, since you weren't here when I said it before, the only thing that I knew about this game was that, basically, this is an organization, a government organization that exists to study the paranormal and the supernatural, kind of like the BPRD from Hellboy, or the Men in Black, if you prefer. But this building was not built by anyone. It was sort of just discovered in August of 1964, and this government organization just sort of moved into this haunted house. Yeah, it's drawn a lot of references to SCP, or a lot of comparisons to SCP, but like I don't know. Big part of the SCP was containing malevolent things, and I don't know if there's anything necessarily malevolent here aside from apparently the gun and the hiss, whatever the hiss is. The red light is really, really visually pleasing. As far as like an ominous thing that you're walking towards, that's a good way to do it. Okay, that's just numbers. Yeah, that's the oldest house. That's where we are. Discovered August 6th, or August 4th, 1964. They just kind of found it here and moved in. Okay, I still don't have, like, a clearance level. Even though I'm the director, so, like... I should? That is really cool. That's what I'm trying to get to, I guess. I'm walking mainly because, like, I want to take in the scenery, but also because, like, the motion blur when I run is a little bit out there. There's a lot more floating corpses than I expected. Or than I initially thought. Oh, there it is. Central Executive. Wait, isn't that where I came from? I have no idea. Ooh. One thing is for sure, this game, visually, very pleasing. I love it. I love it a lot.
Tried to invade me earlier. The hiss, burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? All right, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Is this just music? Yeah, okay. I'll turn that off. Oh, yeah, also, we heard, we listened to that tape earlier about building shifts. That's because the building is constantly changing. Which is why I suspect the map will be ultimately useless. I mean, besides it looking useless. Urban legends. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of the altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as a modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain redacted, informed by our own redacted, and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially redacted in popular culture using Redacted, our Bureau-made anthology television program. Night Springs! I bet it's Night Springs. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Night Springs, for anybody who's not familiar, was a TV series in Alan Wake that was basically the Twilight Zone. You could watch a full episode in every episode of Alan Wake. There would be a different episode of Night Springs that you could find on a TV. It was great. I loved it. Pardon me. My favorite was the one about quantum suicide. It was I think was a term that was used, or quantum immortality, like this mad scientist type character creates a machine that as long as it's active, he's immortal. Because like every time, like he keeps putting a gun to his head and pulling the trigger. And he says, like, every time I do that, it creates a separate reality where the gun goes off. But in this one, I'm always safe. And then somebody trips over the cord and unplugs the machine. It was kind of like, oh, what was that one? All the Time in the World, I think was the episode. One with Burgess Meredith. Where, like, he finds out he's the last man on... Time enough at last, that was it. He finds out that he's the last man on Earth, which means that he finally doesn't have to worry about people anymore, which means now he can just read as much as he wants and be left alone for the rest of his life. And then he breaks his glasses. I don't know why these are the ones that appeal to me the most. It's just the ones where everything just big oops right at the end and just ruins everything. Now, granted, the thing about the Twilight Zone episode, surely you could find an optometrist's office and get another pair of glasses. But still, like, that's just such a remarkable downer. Anyway, certain paranatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore, AWEs that only occur on Redacted. A pair of scissors that consume human Redacted through 2 punctures on the Redacted. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Okay, the scissors, I assume, would be supposed to be like the vampire folklore that consume human blood through 2 punctures on the neck. I mean, that's just my first thought. That may be too obvious. Who knows? Urban legends are not just stories for children, they are paranatural realities waiting to happen. Refer to File 4-93-6942 for full report. I would like to see File 493-6942. I want to learn everything. Visitor evaluations. How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and our people, as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How'd you find this place? Yeah, that's another thing. Like, apparently nobody's supposed to be able to enter the building who doesn't, like, actively know that the building exists, and nobody's supposed to know that the building exists. Like, everybody just kind of walks past it, but nobody notices it's there. I really love, I don't know much about this, but I love what I do know. Like, again, this is like the Haunting of Hill House comparison. It was just like this mysterious and, like, uncomfortable entity of a building. I don't know, I love the concept. If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain this is a secure federal office and they'll need to leave. If their answers seem redacted, escort them to a private room. There, perform the gunner's psychological assessment. If their responses are within an acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring sheet, then redact it immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious. Basically, if you don't like their answers, you avoid comp them. Delays caused by house shifts do not count towards overtime. Well, that's bullshit. Spinning out of control? Yes. Acoustic guitar for sale. Turns out, it's pretty hard. If interested, see Greg in maintenance. $50? I'd take a guitar for $50. I got my current acoustic guitar for $1 at a yard sale. And it's a Fender. I got a fucking steal. Reminder to all staff, food left in the refrigerator in containment break room 3B has been known to vanish. Plan accordingly. Socks and ballerinas live at the oldest house. Friday night executive sector. Book club. Please don't bring dogs into the office. Some of us have allergies. List of first aiders. Pneumatic tube checkup. Place your items in the case. Add foam padding top and bottom if you're sending blood or other specimens in a glass tube. Check that the canister is properly locked. Place the locked canister in the tube. Check the location code for the destination. Punch in the code and send the tube. Read and understand operator's manual. Let's say hi and welcome to new people to the oldest house. Office rules of conduct. Speak in moderate volume. No personal calls. No food or drink around the bureau documents or in the copy room. No using the photocopier for personal projects or the 3D printer or the bureau stationery. They spelled stationery wrong. That's supposed to have an E in it. Oh well. That's not important to the game anyway. Remember to wash your hands. Your hands spread the mold. Can I destroy the water cooler? I can. And it splatters all over the screen! God, I love that. Maybe I'm just really easily impressed, but you don't see that very much. You don't see that sort of thing in minigames. Okay, this is where I came in, so I've explored the area thoroughly. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, so I was about to go the wrong way. I was about to go back out when I need to go this way. To the giant, terrifying black pyramid. Wait, do I... No? Yes? Oh, hi. I really appreciate that the health bars changed colors. So it's not red on red. Ow!
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it. Holy shit! You did it! We did it!
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes?
Are you with us? With the Bureau?
I mean, I am now. I'm kind of became the director. Wait, outfits? Is that the same thing I was just interacting with? Yes.
Talk to me.
Okay.
We
I'm
saw
coming,
you
Pope.
deal with the compromised agents.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
I wonder how they know.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this...
Hiss?
that works? Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The Hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
That's a
We're
great
in
metaphor.
full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah,
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
the service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
Cleanse the hiss-corrupted agent. Okay. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point and the redacted arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. The control points are discovered by redacted detection of an unobstructed ping using the redacted within 37-foot radius. That's a very odd number. And a prime number. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures, or redacted, or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. A common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole. Testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be redacted. Go to file 725-2788 for full report. I would like the full report. I mean, I'm sure it's all very, very boring and technical, but, like, I want to read everything. Yeah, we've already listened to that. What are you, hidden trend? What are any of these? What do I do with them? I have a mod. Shatter recoil efficiency. Recoil minus 8%. Exclusive to shatter. What does that mean? I'm mildly confused. Is shatter another weapon? Oh, that's the shelter closing. Okay. Oh, there it is. Or there... she is? And there she goes.
The hiss has burrowed too deep.
Oh, hiss agents. The hiss manifests in human hosts in numerous ways, the most common and least intense form seen in the many corrupted agents floating throughout the Bureau. The hiss agents have maintained their human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation. The most notable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. These hiss have displayed no aggressive behavior, they only seem interested in vocalizing the strange incantation ad infinitum. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the hiss corruption like spores or Wi-Fi boosters. Or are they cocoons preparing to enter the next stage of evolution? When attacked, hiss agents disappear, perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation into a purely resonant form. Research is ongoing. Refer to file redacted for full report.
Ripping it out rips them apart.
Wait, did Jesse go back in the...
Jesse, over here.
Oh no, I'm Jesse.
We need to make a plan, Jesse.
Emily, that's your name. That's my name. Hers is spelled wrong.
Cleanse them. I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench. The ghost, or whatever he is.
Wait, I'm gonna see if I can... I saw the option for subtitle backgrounds. There we go. That might help, because a lot of this is like white text on white backgrounds.
He mentioned something called the hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
I know this is
Sorry. There are new things in loadout. Personal mods. The health recovery per element pickup plus 20%. Considering I don't know what energy does, I'm gonna take that instead. And then... the portrait of Zechariah Trench. The only person you should fail is yourself. Okay, that's a photograph. Hang on. Who is... oh my god, what's his name? What is your name? The actor who played, I think he was, Jorah Mormont in, Game of Thrones. Ian Glenn. This picture of the director looks a lot like Ian Glenn. I don't think he is Ian Glenn, but he looks a lot like Ian Glenn, and I appreciate that. I can never remember his name, but Ian Glenn is a good actor, in my opinion, anyway. I can spell. There we go. Who plays Zachariah Trench? James McCaffrey. Okay. So yeah, definitely not, definitely not Ian Glenn. But he was Thomas Zane in Alan Wake, so there's another connection there. And he was apparently also the voice of Max Payne. So that's fun. Wait, did it say I had one unread? Oh, no, okay.
All new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the hotline should be in the communications department.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door.
Okay.
I've just noticed the portraits on the wall back there, presumably of past directors. That's interesting. Just the way they seem to be sort of placed in these indents in the wall.
This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah.
I mean, that, and when you pick up the gun, you sort of have to fight to the death to become the director.
Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this?
I got most of it.
Thanks.
I'm still not sure what peri-utilitarian means in this instance, but okay.
So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Wait, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
Okay, so they don't go all the way up. I mean, the frames do, but the portraits do not. Okay, I should probably take care of that. That's always fun when battery low notification pops up in the middle of the stream. Man, if nothing else, I am intrigued. I have no idea what's going on. But everything looks cool, and I am certainly drawn in by the mystery of it. Is that camera just following me? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay. I mean, like, you've seen my streams before. You know that I don't often, like, stop to look around at everything in the environment like this. This is just neat. There is stuff. There is a world. A well-built world. And typewriters everywhere. That's not even a typewriter. That's a computer. That's a whole ass compooper. What are you? Oh, you're a pencil sharpener. That's an exceptionally large pencil sharpener. Jesus, I'm like a child. Put me in this office building and I'm just running around going, look at this stuff, look at that stuff, look at everything! Clearance level 4. I still don't have a clearance level, do I? Yeah, I have no clearance level. Which is weird for the director. Okay, this way, I think, is the general direction it seems to want me to go. It's me. That's a radio. Don't read confidential correspondence. It's not just rude, it's illegal. Can't find your office? Watch your step. Rangers from security department. No! Let's work hard. His life is in your hands. Everyone's safety depends on you. Yeah, we've already seen that one. Is that a stapler or an altered item? Don't take office equipment outside the building. I just love that there's a chicken magazine. What's in the vending machine? We got hot and spicy cracker trail mix, pistachios, potato chips, pretzels, crackers, protein, fibers. bunch of different cigarette brands. Okay, I kind of appreciate that Jessie's walk cycle doesn't change when she's not holding the gun. At the same time, the way she keeps her hand to her side, like she's supposed to be holding the gun, is a little bit weird. Consecutive kills boost. Damage after kills plus 28%. So that basically it's a... it's like a damage multiplier. For everyone that you kill, you get a boost for the next one. There's something down there. Okay. Shifted bathroom complaint. Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my ass off in the Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workplace shitter. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. Oh, I enjoy this game. Okay, whatever that is, it is below me. Whee! Oh, maybe I'm supposed to go this way instead of up.
There it is again. A welcome message.
Okay, now I have a gun again. Hey, look, dead body. Okay, he knows I'm here. Travel costs. Week 83 report. Visited the following Nevada community or accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleepy Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, A+ Lodge. Accommodation, $831.29. Meals, gasoline, mini bar with an asterisk. The boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any place of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state. But hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road, Agent L. Hines. Ooh. Right, if there are more, they're not hostile yet. Ooh, I love the ominous red glow. What am I pushing around? Oh, a cart. And a chair. Okay, so I would assume I'm supposed to go towards the obvious... But I'm gonna go check out over here a little bit more. I'm gonna explore. Whoop. The weapon recharge takes a little bit longer than I would like, so I'm trying to make as much use of melee as I can. Oh. Oh, it hurts. I can't do anything about that. There's an object in there. It's like there's a crate with stuff. But it hurts. Havana summary. An auditory event occurred at the United States Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Redacted deaths were reported and the outgoing information has been managed. Bureau agents arrived at the embassy on the same day as the event was reported through federal channels, but were too late to witness the AWE, which is reported to have been redacted. Staff experienced sudden intense vibrations and noise accompanied by an intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for redacted minutes. No visual phenomena was witnessed. The scene was cordoned off, and the embassy staff were transported to the continental U.S. As Formula I-9 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. See case file AI-85 for details. Hang on, there's something else? Research and records. Oh, Hiss barrier. Okay. The Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as ways to impede, escape, or access by Bureau personnel. Two methods have been discovered for lowering them. One, destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity. Two, destroy the Hiss entities in the area. The resonance fields seem to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Refer to file redacted for a full report. Okay, so that tells me there must be something in here that I can destroy to enable entry. I mean, hypothetically, right? No, don't close! Well, I've shot at everything in that room. Nothing has changed. Okay, but it did say that destroying nearby entities could help bring down the barrier. So, time to start shooting some corpses. Is that it? Was that the only one? No, I didn't think so. There they are. Okay. I doubt that was gonna do it, but it was worth a try, so... Nope, that didn't do it. Oh well. It was worth a shot. Dead letters. Interesting. Okay, so my destination is in the opposite direction of where I am currently. Or of where I'm going currently. Ooh. I had a dream, and I built the thing I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones anyone knows. A new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster, and the fans, plus the timing belt from my car's engine, and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. I am so infatuated with the world of this game. Wait, those guys are gonna be hostile. That guy already is hostile. If I have a crouch... Oh, there it is. Where'd you go? There you are. They're still up there, though. Okay, that's probably a mistake. But it's too late now because I already done it. And they're gone. Oh, communications department. So I didn't even go towards the glowing red light that I was looking at a minute ago. I went a completely different direction. You know, give me just 1 second, and then we will continue. Okay, so there's a thing that I have to unlock. Okay, because I remember at the last control point there was an options setting. So I wanted to see, like, or not an option, outfits. God, mouth work. There's an outfits option. So I wanted to see what I could do about that.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Okay. Oh, avoid modern technology. Synchronicity Research Department. Okay. So, modern technology is seen as a bad thing in the Bureau. So that's why there's such anachronistic technology in here. All the typewriters and the Fallout-style computers. That's interesting. I would like to know why, specifically why. Like, what is the effect of bringing modern technology in? I'm just so infinitely curious about this building. To whom it may concern, I am being contacted by the past presidents of the United States of America. They appear as spirit guides, giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America, but I can't really understand him. They all have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower, and I don't know a thing about lawnmowers. Explain that. I have great dead men telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Yours in earnest, James Bartholomew. Oh, and there's the same video we just watched a minute ago.
8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on, and they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
I want an FBC mug. I really want an FBC mug. I know that I just started this game and I know nothing about it, but I'm already enjoying it quite a lot, and I mean, let's face it, I have a large collection of mugs already. What is this one gonna be? Is this the puppet show? I heard about the puppet show.
Hey, Meg! What's wrong? My mom's dead.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, Meg. What happened? I don't know. They blacked it out. It's like the director says. Confidential and children don't stop at sea. The director's a puppet. Very fat person. Dad says my mama went missing in actions. She walked into the city and didn't come back. I don't know what missing in actions is, but I sure wish someone would find her.
I'll help you look, Telfer.
We'll find your mama together.
Boy, this took a turn. So, is... Okay, my first question. My primary question. Is this puppet show developed by the Bureau, or is it an anomalous object contained by the Bureau? Because, Jesus Christ. Hello, avid readers. The Bureau Book Brunch, or Bunch, will convene at the usual spot in the corner table of the cafeteria at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Currently discussing Unless You by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get their reviews to me by Monday before lunch so I can generate some conversation starters before the meeting. Happy reading, Penny Bartwell. I've thought about trying to join a book club, but, like, I am a very slow reader. So I don't think I would even finish the book before the rest of the book club moved on to something else. Did I look over here, or am I missing things? I'm missing things. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranormal world. Or paranatural, rather. The letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize that not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials. So thank you again. Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. P. Bartwell. I honestly want to find more dead letters. We've seen 2. The first one about the machine god I thought was really neat. I don't know if I should kill the agents or not. I mean, I feel like if there's a good ending, you probably don't get it by killing the agents. There we go. Whoa! What the fuck? That's where I was going. I wanted to go and investigate the red glowing hallway. Something up there. I don't know how to get to it. Let's go check out this spooky hallway. Okay. So we can't go down the spooky hallway. It almost killed me. Alright, well, lesson learned. Now, how do I not die? Okay, dead letters. Leads to communications. I also really like that aspects of the environment seem to be destructible, like the this part of the railing here. I just really appreciate that. That's good. That's good attention to detail. I love when a company like Remedy puts this kind of work into their games.
Communications. We're on the right track.
I love it when a game is made and finished and comes out as it's intended and not like to hit some corporate deadline and milk players for extra cash. Yes, I'm looking at you, Ubisoft. I know that like destructible environments is a weird thing to set that standard on, but whoa.
An object of power. Something hits the flashlight.
Okay. I am the dead. Okay. And I have full health.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Okay, that's obviously a barrier that I can't go through. Is it moving? It seems like it's moving. I don't like that. As in, like, scooting down the hallway. Hey, I'm imagining it.
An object of power. Something hits have latched onto it.
Okay, I assume that means I need to get close to it. That seems like a challenge. It's a little bit weird that R3 is crouch rather than L3. Oh, but like L3 is sprint. Okay, but then like the right destructible environments. Then like the first thing that comes to mind is why not circle? Okay, so if I just jump down there, that's not going to get me close to it. Okay. There we go. Oh, it's the floppy disk. That's what Dr. Darling was just telling us about. Floppy disk / nuke can be bound to gain launch / telekinesis. Teach us to believe, Director.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channels been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
So now I have telekinesis. Launch / align the cube / thingamajig into the hole / slot to advance. Launch the thingamajig into the hole. Is this my mom talking? That sounds like the sort of thing she would say. I did not see what that subtitle said. Is there anything else to grab over here? Yes. That was a fantastic ragdoll. That was a great crunch, too. Oh, so that's what energy is. Energy is required to use abilities like this. The hiss / noise is burning into our astral plane / secret base. You must stop / mute them, Director. Okay. The floppy disk is now bound / delivered. The hiss / antagonist is seeking our astral plane.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off.
Floppy disk. Must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. See Dr. Darling presentation 1115 for more information. The object is currently bound to Redacted for research purposes. Pardon me. Goodness. Stolen from a Soviet military base located in Redacted by agents Redacted and Redacted with the CIA. The diskette contained launch codes to Redacted missiles believed to be reserved for use against Redacted. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. Okay, so the Bureau isn't a secret to everyone. Because someone outside the Bureau apparently knew about it. Health boost. I think I'll stick with the one I got. Okay.
I got it. Just like you wanted.
Not what I was going for, but I'll take it. Tube. Thought there's one more. Yep, there you are. All the way up there. Ow! Ow! That guy have like a grenade launcher? Okay, no, I need to go over there to go up. Whoa! Telekinesis seems like a much more effective way of taking these guys out than the gun. Still sounds like combat music. But I can't find any more combatants. And I'm practically on a stage here. I keep hearing something like a hiss from the right, but that's not the right, that's the left. And I'm almost dead. Fuck. Oh, shit, there you are. Oh, boy. I almost didn't make it through that one. Demolition expert. Jesus. The Bureau only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. Our demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosives and in dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. Hiss demolition experts are the only observed Hiss variations to wield a specially built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track redacted entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. I find it remarkable that the Hiss restrict usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who train specifically for its use. What does this tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. Refer to file redacted for full report. And the Hiss Ranger. The Rangers are the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. Their Hiss-corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during the AWE response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns. Hiss Rangers utilize these weapons as well as the advanced tactics taught by Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. Hiss Rangers have no observed paranatural abilities, beyond some being protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Considering the advanced training the Hiss Rangers are capable of applying in their situation, it is feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree. Or is the Hiss able to tap into this combat training and utilize it? Further observation is required. Refer to file redacted for report. Well, regardless, I'm still nearly dead. Where, stroke, how do I get my first, clearance level?
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Well, we're in the mailroom. Please have health in this box. Nope. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. Pardon me. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public much less likely to redacted. So another AWE behind us, and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can stop monitoring redacted for any off-message opinions, feck. But it's looking like we're in the clear. Tomasi out. Hey, Kira. How you doing, baby? Just wanted to try that. Okay, Baby. Give me just a minute, okay? Oh, now I have clearance level 1.
The door.
Man. That don't look good. That's a little bit fucked up. Kira. You're such a sweet girl. Just give me a minute, okay? Yeah, cool. There we go. And I'm healed. Beautiful. Alright, so we're at about the 2-hour mark. And I don't want to repeat of what happened last night. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, as usual, take a short break, about 15 minutes. And then we will continue the stream. And explore some more of this this fantastic little world they built. So I will see you in a little bit. Hopefully you'll stick around. We can keep going together. But if I don't see you again, then I hope you have a wonderful night. So, like I said, about 15 minutes, and then we will resume. So see you shortly, friends. If I can see around the cat to do what I need to do. There we go. All right, everyone. Hello again. I have returned. And I have green apple soda. So I bought these Monday when I went to the grocery store. It's a Jones cane sugar soda. It's more bitter than I was expecting. So I'm not really enjoying it, but like they were basically a dollar a bottle. So you get them in a 4-pack. So I've got to drink them to get my money's worth. It doesn't taste bad. It's just a bit bitter. A bit sour. Which I guess is what most people expect from green apple. There we go. I just came back to the spooky voice saying, baby, baby, baby. Okay, there are doors over here. There's another radio. I don't know what this stuff is that I'm getting out of these boxes.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years.
Okay, I'll listen to that later. First, gotta see what's going on with all the spooky stuff. Oh, cool. So my clearance will get me in here. Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time I'm explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. This can only be lifted via the directorial override and maintenance once the director is satisfied the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal, nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by a code red containment breach based on some complicated system that security and research slap together. Can only be lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, a high clearance individual gives the system the all clear. This process is not the same as a directorial override, so stop saying so in documentation. I know it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure our staff understand how this mess all works, okay? Wait, did I have another one? I thought I did. I thought there was still the flashing triangle. Anything over there? Probably not. Okay, that's a dangerous. I want whatever's in there. But being in here hurts. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to get through there. I don't like it. I seem to be heading towards a boss fight, so like I probably just crippled myself. Like a dingus. Hey, something shiny. Oh, clearance level 1 again. That's fine, I already had that. What are these? What are these? What are the conceptual materials? Google. control. Conceptual material. It was used for upgrading things related to your weapons, such as getting new forms. The thing is, you can't do all that right away. Let's first get far enough in the main story to obtain the hotline phone. So that's where we're going now. Cool. Okay, that's just something that's been kind of bugging me. So that's what the intern nuts is for. All right. So I probably should head in there and take care of this this boss fight. What I assume is going to be a boss fight. Fun.
They can fly now. Great.
Well, he can. Ow. I am almost dead. I am dead. That guy dodges half my shots. Okay. Wonder what the appropriate strategy for that is. I'm not Googling, I'm just thinking out loud.
They can fly now. Great.
Ow. Ow! Health. Ow! Fuck! Damn it! Okay. I was doing better until I decided to leave one end of the room because I had to go get health. Feck. Okay. Okay. I think I'm going to switch out my my personal upgrades so I have more energy. I don't know if that'll be. I don't know if that'll do what I think, what I want it to, but if it does, then I will have enough energy for 3 uses of telekinesis before I run out. And that could be handy in a pinch. I don't think it'll be enough, though.
They can fly now. Great.
Nope, it was not enough. Yes, it was. I was wrong. Wow, I can't shoot for shit. Oh, he has a health bar. Okay, cool. I did not see that before. Health, 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 health. Ah, shit! Shit! I should not have left the other end of the room! Okay, so... I think I have a general idea of the strategy. Although, like, health is my main concern, because the only way to get health is to either go to a control point, which would mean leaving the boss area, which I can't do, or picking up health elements that enemies drop, which would require leaving cover, which seems to be a bad idea. But also, like, if I don't think it's going to be an issue. Like, there is a lot of stuff to throw around here, but what if I run out? I mean, that's what the gun is for, I'm sure, but, like, telekinesis seems to be a little bit more useful.
They can fly now. Great.
Okay, there has to be something around here I can grab. That'll do. I missed. Damn it. Okay, I like that I can throw things over these, but he apparently can't.
I have a feeling he'll be back.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
Hotline chamber. Convenient. I think I love this game. Just throwing that out there, I think I love this game. Before I played it, I had no idea what it was, what I was in for. I thought, like, what little... Okay, I've been here already. What little I'd seen of the gameplay looked a little bit generic. It's like, all I knew going into it was that, like, it existed, and, you know, it pissed off all the right people. There are some folks... That is a weird noise. When this game came out, the fact that it had a woman as its protagonist pissed off a lot of people, so, you know, fuck them. I mean, if that's the sort of thing that you get mad about, then you're not somebody I'm worried about. Okay, so I can go in here. I thought it was blocked for a second there. Butte summary. A spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butte, where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at Redacted, which had been connected to a total of redacted disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house blank days later, found in a sealed room by rangers reported exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Butte home's closet disappeared during this incident. Yeah, it's just the weirdest fucking thing. Like, why does the fact that a game has a woman as its protagonist piss off these people? I don't understand. Just that mindset is so alien to me.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years.
This is apparently 2 minutes long.
You're staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy.
Thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below him. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room.
Oh, there you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight, we'll be right back.
So, I have never said this on stream, but I actually really want to do a project kind of like that. Like America Overnight. But not about ghosts necessarily, but like I really like the idea of doing like I recently told Chairkicker my biggest inspiration for what I wanted to do was the movie Pontypool, which is it's a zombie movie essentially, but it's set in a radio station. Like, the whole thing is a DJ listening to call-ins about everything that's happening outside. So, like, all of the horror comes from your imagination. And I just think that's a really cool idea. So I really want to do a sort of a podcast like that. Where, oh, okay, that explains it. I felt a pain in my thumb, and I looked down and I'm bleeding, so I guess I cut myself on the bottle cap for this green apple soda. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to do a podcast like this, sort of a mix of Pontypool and Welcome to Night Vale, I guess, was the other comparison I made. Like, the whole thing is like a radio show. But, like, there's supposed to be, like, some, like, horror-related event happening. So I thought this was a cool idea. I might try it one day. I just would have to come up with more. I would have to come up with material for it, you know? I would have to come up with, like, what is the horror? How would I, or whoever the host is, how would they report on it? Like, I would need to do a lot of writing that I haven't done. And probably commission some stuff. So, maybe one day. So anybody who's watching this in the future is probably going to steal that idea, and I will hate them forever. I'll just be bitter that somebody else did it before me. Anyway, what did Chair say? Imagined horror is the most effective horror IMO. That's why horror games should be and are dark. If you saw the monster in full lighting, it'd take away from the mystery. Yeah, that's why, yeah, exactly, like Spider just said, the alien, the xenomorph in the first Alien movie, you hardly ever saw it, and what you did see was always, like, these quick flashes, so you didn't get to see the whole thing in the light. And that to me is kind of the best way to do it. Wait, I had something else. Researching records. Hiss elevated. This isn't an isolated incident, then I take it. Hiss elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau para-utilitarians. Some prefer to charge their targets, while others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss elevated due to their own talent in the area. They do not use any weaponry except their own paranatural abilities. Some Hiss elevated have been seen levitating while strapped into chairs. This is likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording in parapsychology. How are they able to use paranatural abilities? Is it possible these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption? It's also worth considering that the Hiss resonance can identify and express latent paranatural ability in the individuals it corrupts. Refer to file redacted for full report.
Alright, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an alternate item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Alberto Tomasi, head of comms.
Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. Alberto Tomasi. I can't zoom in on this, but, like, that definitely does not look like the face that we just saw. Yeah, those are some of my favorite SCPs, actually. The Cognito Hazards, the one that, like, just knowing anything about it will damage you. Ooh, energy recovery. What does that do? Probably what I've already got. Energy recovery speed plus 20%. It's not a bad thing.
The hotline can't be far now.
We can hope. Seem to hear it ringing. I just ripped this phone off the wall. That was an emergency phone. Somebody might need that. Hotline chamber. I can destroy these benches. God, I appreciate destructible environments so much. I haven't seen destructible environments on quite this level since what was it, Red Faction Guerrilla back in the day on the Xbox. I think Armageddon was the later one, was a sequel. The one that had the unicorn as a secret weapon. Yeah, Guerrilla's the one I was thinking of. That was a fun one. Okay, according to their testimony, the agents had been transported from a Butte home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino and discovered a room key by performing a ritual. See file MOT-01. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside this room, they were transported to the oldest house. Disappearances of the home's owner and the other locals of Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since this occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in the Butte home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, redacted light cords have been found in the oldest house located in the redacted and redacted sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly this link operates is redacted, but initial hypotheses center on the Butte AWE as a redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation 24.3 for more details. Wonder if we'll find that one. Now that I think about it, a really clever way of forcing the reader to imagine scary things, yes. I was interested in SCP years ago, but there was a really disgusting SCP, and after I read that, I never wanted to see anything SCP ever again. I won't describe it because it was genuinely trigger-worthy, abominable shit. Some of them are. I won't disagree with you there. Like, there's one that comes to mind. I mean, there are a couple, but I only know a reference for one of them. And that is, The Flesh That Hates, which is an amazing name. But also, that one is, it's a little on the disturbing side. So, don't touch that one if you're squeamish like me. There's just so many neat things about SCP. I hope to God it's been scrapped from SCP canon, but I wouldn't know. There's those awful, make this as horrible as possible to shock people ones. Those aren't fun. I like the goofy until you think about it a little bit, then it's terrifying ones. Like the floating cheeseburger, funny till I thought more about it and what it does to people. I'm not familiar with that one. I love the goofy, wholesome ones. I want a safe work SCP that was just those. God, those two. And the Gamers Against Weed. Love the Gamers Against Weed stories. What's the... There's this one SCP. It's like a little blob with eyes all over it. It just kind of follows you around and repeats the name Kevin, I think. What is it? What, is this the one? Nope. No, it's in SCP Containment Breach. Which one was it? Now this has come up, I have to find it. So I can It's not one of the joke ones. What is it? I've got a... Eric, that's it. It's 066. Yeah. Also known as Eric's toy. SCP-066 is an amorphous, massive, intricately braided thread weighing approximately 1 kilogram. Stuck between the threads are what appear to be eyes resembling those of a human. It displays significant mobility, primarily in the form of being able to move portions of itself at very high speed. It will automatically produce notes and effects in the presence of any human, regardless of whether that human interacts with SCP-066. This process takes a minimum of 6 seconds. When it is not producing anonymous effects, SCP-066 will say the name Eric constantly in a deep masculine voice. I like that one. It's just like a little pile of yarn with eyes. Just kind of scoots around the floor going, Eric? 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 Anyway. Hotline security log. All visitors must check in. So until the last one, it had always only been 2 people, but then there was a new person at the end. Yeah, 066 does sound like a Mighty Boosh character. Like the bastard offspring of Bubblegum Charlie. Speaking of light switch cords. Notice, Ocean View Motel and Casino entry point. Catalyst light switch, the law of 3 applies. Ritual attunement required. Agent must orient and anchor a motel to their personal frequencies.
Whoa. Have we been here before? No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country. On the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
What are you running from, Jesse? Ow. I hit myself in the tooth with the bottle. Black pyramid. Inverted pyramid. Oh, I probably need a key.
Hello?
Ding.
Anyone here?
Ding. Ding. Okay. Well, the thing about SCP-066 is that it's like only a foot tall, so you have to be a very large version of it if you tried to cosplay that. Can't go in there. So this hotel is called the Ocean View, but for some reason, like, I almost called it the Overlook a second ago. That's a different franchise. That's The Shining. I mean, the sign said the rule of 3 applies, so... Oh, that's new. Oh, different door. Same room, different door. Speaking of cosplay, I told the Discord. I told the Discord about your idea to get a bunch of people together to cosplay the G-Men from Psychonauts. Which I still think sounds like a fun idea. Okay, that's just an abyss. Okay, what do I do? Different room again. Keys.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
I was wondering when I'd get that. Hey, there we go. Check that out. It's me. And there's a bridge. Beautiful. The Hotline Seashell is a transmitter bridge. Directors can call the board long distance. Oh, complete the Astral Plane challenge. Everyone gets huge convention badges and says lines about being a con goer. I am a convention attendee. Hey, what is that? It appears to be a blarb. Oh shit. I did not see the hole there, the crevice. Boing. 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 Oh shit, is it running away from me? Ow! Okay. See, I'm not supposed to fight you. I'm supposed to run away from you. Because I'm almost dead now. That didn't do anything. I don't seem to be able to damage these. Okay. Well done /dial director. You can contact us /past selves in the hotline /collectibles menu. We expect compulsive weekly calls. That'd be compulsory.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trent.
Oh, okay.
Ring, ring. It's Dr. Darling calling. In 1978, a comms department intern heard the hotline ring and picked it up, going against every safety protocol in the manual. She never recovered. And the handful of witnesses required extensive memory repression therapy. It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well. Our very own Ouija board. Only the director can answer it safely, and what he hears is kept classified.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. I thought I had unlocked some more stuff. Give me just 1 second. There we go. One less thing to worry about. Oh yeah, I've already listened to that one. Case files. Hotline. Object should be inaccessible for use except to the director. Object is a 1960s era red Bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone way is redacted. The object allows the director to communicate with the redacted. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.6 for more information. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. Not anymore. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests run on the object, including redacted and redacted, but its origin remains unknown. Probably for the best. Not what I meant to do. Hi, Kino. How you doing? Squishy boy. He's a good buddy.
Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
Suddenly I have a lot more collectibles. Ah.
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth. No one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown of fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised? I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a brain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline. The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in. Something's coming. The whisper's growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. A retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau. Everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
You are the director now. We expect independence/dependence. You are authority/chosen one. The Bureau/game needs you. Okay. I'm on board. You know, please do not eat
People
things on my
react
desk.
strongly when I tell them about you.
Ah.
Is it too soon to
Ow!
tell Emily? She might be able to help.
I got clawed right in the love handles. His foot slipped off the arm of the chair. Okay, gotta find the boardroom. And maybe a control point to heal. Oh, hey. That wasn't there before. Oh, it's the director's office. This also wasn't here before. To all executive staff, I know there is some concern regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget. As long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from scrutiny in many respects. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, then they will be granted by the U.S. Treasury, without question. Okay, I don't know why I read it that way. The FBC is just another line in another spreadsheet that some lowly accountant won't even notice. Their eyes will skip over us as if we weren't even there. The nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. Regards, Zachariah Trench, Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. I wonder what this is supposed to be. Like, I'm half expecting it to open up at some point. Okay, that requires clearance level 4. I still love that. That just looks so fucking cool. The giant inverted pyramid in the center of the room.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
Yep, I sure did.
Let's talk.
Of course.
Initial impressions. Initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss have revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, or even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past weeks was not affected by this corruption. The only known exception to this fact is the new director, Jesse Faden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the Hiss. This could indicate that she has already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast to that of the other Hiss that I have dismissed the theory. My final observation comes from Miss Faden herself. She is able to cleanse material and organisms of the Hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a Hiss-corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seems to kill the host. Perhaps the host's physiology becomes reliant on the Hiss. More work to be done. Refer to file redacted for full report.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown.
Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation. You are doing phenomenally well, and all that in the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself.
Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Huh. Ability points. I have ability points? And a new mod. Energy boost, plus 5%. Directorial override. Search for way into the maintenance sector. And a new hotline. We are at war / hostile takeover. The Hiss is the opposing force / foreign power. We will provide countermeasures / strategy. Accept / ingest them as control points. These countermeasures / missions will benefit you. We will give resources / rewards for each completed countermeasure. I can't read. I mean, I'm only turning 30 in like 10 days. Okay, and she's still got a red triangle, so probably still need to talk to her.
Hi, Jesse.
Nope. There's nothing here.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know. Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
It's probably not a good sign, Emily.
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
Hope has asked us to document the Hiss incantation, as she calls it.
You mean like in person?
In person, with a pencil and paper. I think she's trying to get us killed.
It sounds like it's just Ahti. Abilities? I have abilities. Huh. Neat. I'll just take all of these along the top here. Why not? Additional weapon form slot. Okay. I noticed that says weapon form, not weapon mod. Astral constructs. Weapon forms. Construct shatter. I almost have enough source to make that happen. Construct a random weapon mod. Okay. So that's interesting. Board countermeasures. God, itchy eyeball. Executive incursion charge maneuvers. Using charge kill enemies in the executive sector. What will you do when he does/does not awake? I don't have charge. Kill enemies in the executive sector. Executive pyramid base must be protected. Spin maneuvers. I don't have spin mode or surge mode. So this is the only one that I could conceivably do. I will check that out in a second. That's not what I wanted. Okay, so I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to find out if, like, there were some pre-ordered outfits. I'm trying to find out if there's a way to get them in the Ultimate Edition. Because I have the Ultimate Edition, you would think that that would also include all of the outfits. But if it does, then I haven't been able to find anything about it. And I know this isn't something that we need to like spend a whole lot of time on. But like, well, yeah, I knew that, like, they expected you to, if you already bought the game, that you had to buy the Ultimate Edition in order to get it for free on next gen, which is, that's bullshit. And that wasn't the devs, that was the publisher. That was 505 Games. That was not oh Christ. What are they called? Rebellion? Not Rebellion. It's not Rebellion. Who is it? Who is it? Fuck. It started with an R. Remedy. Yeah. Yeah, it was not Remedy's decision. Remedy was the developer. They had nothing to do with that. It was 505 Games, the publisher, who made that decision. Yeah, I watched Jim Sterling too. You ought to know by now. But no, I was looking into I was just thinking, like, there were 3, maybe 4 I don't know, I'm not looking at the list anymore, but I think there were 3 or 4 pre-order outfits. Okay, one was pre-order for all versions, one was pre-order for PS4, one was exclusively with the PS4 Digital Deluxe version. And for some reason, none of these are included in the Ultimate Edition. Apparently.
They say the new director can launch objects up to 20 feet above the ocean. Never recorded any distance over 5. Obviously, you never read the P6 data.
Hi again, Kira. It's almost time, sweetie. No worry.
Time to work. Meet me in the maintenance.
Okay, Ati. Maintenance sector
Like I said
access
before,
corridor.
The janitor is a friendly face.
I just noticed his tape player. I mean, it's ostensibly a Walkman, which was developed by Sony, but it said Pony. Kira, sweetie, can you stop pacing, please? No. I can't hold you right now, baby. I'm working. Gotta wait a little while longer, okay? Silly girl. You're sweet. I love you bunches.
The maintenance sector is the janitor domain. If I can find Ahti here, he can help me reach the override. Maybe it was you who got me into the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ahti. It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office. Is Ahti guiding me too?
Alright, let's have a butcher's. Ominous red lighting.
The directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?
Okay, that's just a phone. Oh! Look at you boys with your body armor. And your SMGs. That's gonna be fun. There we go. I'm just saying though, not including pre-order content in an Ultimate Edition, that's bullshit. Like, we all know that EA is evil, but like, every Dragon Age game's Ultimate Edition included pre-order content. So like, if EA can do something and you can't, I mean, that sounds like you fucked up. Okay, that wall wants to hurt me. Ouch. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Where? There you are. Ah, shit. I love the telekinesis ability. It is incredibly useful. My ear itches. That requires clearance level 4. And I'm starting to think maybe I should turn the brightness back down a little bit. Because, like, some of these lights are way too much. Big box of stuff. Threshold remnant. Alright. Launch energy cost minus 9%. Okay. That wall doesn't want to hurt me anymore.
What's down that way?
I don't know, but I don't think I'm going the right way. Janitor's office is that way. Whoa! They lured me in with stuff. Cleanse the merry-go-round horse object of power. Okay. Interesting.
Ugh, this place makes me nauseous.
Understandable.
An object of power. How do you think it got down here? A carousel horse. Why is kid stuff always so creepy?
That is a good question. Probably because it's easy to corrupt something that's just associated with innocence. Whoa! I can evade. Okay. Okay, don't know what I was thinking there, but... Okay, bye. Why doesn't she grab the fucking ledge? It takes like a third of a brain cell. She's been doing it every other time, except when I evade, apparently. Honestly surprised that I didn't just straight up fall off that time. Gold enemies are immune to Jesse's attacks. What am I supposed to do? Use evade to safely avoid their attacks. Success / end of level achievement. You and the horse are now friends for life. I didn't get to read all that. It moved so fast. Yeah, exactly. I can't grab the ledge because the ledge is haunted. Okay, that moving wall is giving me the weird feelings in the brain. I don't like it. Go away. I can't see shit. Okay. Stuff. Oh, it's this again.
astral plane.
Airplane?
Astral plane. It's big, white, and empty. Or is it? It's a weird, crazy alien dimension. The white goes on forever. You can get lost in all that white and never find your way back home.
I miss my home.
I don't know. I don't know why there were dial-up noises. I don't know why that was so funny to me. Just random dial-up noises. I see that Ati's door has her office has a poster of him on the door.
Well done. You got the job. It's place for congratulations. Yippee, saatana. It happened in the last drop. I truly need an assistant.
Funny thing is, I've been a janitor. I'm more at home in that role than as the director. Only Ati here seems to see that.
Yeah, hi, Ati. Look, we need to get the lockdown lifted, otherwise I can't get to the other sectors. Can you help me get to the override?
Yes, yes. Easy peasy. It's just around the corner. But first, we need to get you working. Very small, couple of hours job.
Something tells me it's gonna be more than that.
Yeah. You think there's a dog buried in this? I can tell you are not yesterday's Krause's son. That's why you'll make a great assistant. Very well. I'll hit the facts on the table. Mä kyllä sanon perkele suoraan, että this house has a vermin problem. A bad one. They've already messed up the cooling pumps. And the power generators of a power plant, perkele. And the pensioner inside is starting to feel the band around his head tighten. The situation needs to be fixed before the plant blows up. And we all disappear like a fart in Sahara.
Trying my best to keep up with this. Fix the coolant pumps and the power generators, otherwise the power plant will blow.
But don't you worry. I've left you clear instructions. You'll catch the end of the thread before I go to my vacation. The work's on the task board here. You can do later, when you have time.
Vacation? Right.
Yes, no one's gonna cancel my holiday or seat's gonna rattle. But don't worry at all. You'll take care of it and soon this crisis gonna be last winter's snow. You better go now, so you don't have to run with your head as your third leg. The door in the back leads to the plant.
The door in the back. That's great. Thank you, Ati.
Thought I saw something back here that I can interact with. Also, Kira has inserted herself into the stream. She is now she is having to be held now. You're such a good baby.
Yep. Burn the trash. Throw it in the fire. Burn it all. Burn it into a reindeer, not into a moose.
Ati, I love you, but you're a little bit weirder than I was expecting. Where the fuck am I? Oh, there I am. Okay, janitor's office.
Pensioner. Yes.
Okay. What was I trying to get to? Who knows? Okay, for the main job...
Okay, so what happens again if that thing blows up?
For the main mission, I need to get to, the NFC power plant. Because I need to get to a furnace. In the maintenance sector. Okay. I have no idea where the furnace is.
Too much. Director's duty. Keep the lights on.
Northmoor was director before me. I never wanted his job. I never wanted power. I purposefully avoided it. Didn't trust it. Didn't want to rely on it. Northmoor was all about power. A man like an explosion, hungry for authority, for order, for more, until it was too much. I had to find a solution in the end. Contain the situation. Northmoor never liked me, but he went along with it, to his credit. He didn't really have a choice. I suppose at the end of the day, a director's most basic duty is to keep the lights on. Here's to you, Northmoor. There were no prime candidates waiting in the wings, but I was there. Had been the whole time, keeping my head down, working my ass off. I had nothing to lose. I picked up the gun almost on a dare.
Okay. Oh, those, okay. Merry-go-round horse. Object should be kept in a confined space when unbound. Fiberglass horse once used as a seat for a merry-go-round ride. The pole is still connected to the object. The object is capable of moving short distances at high speeds. This can be quite dangerous when redacted its path. The object is currently bound by redacted. The object was discovered at the site of an abandoned amusement park. Local redacted reported that the rides would move on their own and that they would be chased out. When these rumors reached the Bureau, see America Overnight episode 235, agents were dispatched to investigate. 3 local redacted were found dead at the scene. The object attacked Agent Redacted by redacted. Agents invoked Formula C5 to redacted the object long enough to redact it. Actually, hang on. Probably not. Yeah, I can't climb up there. Okie dokie. I've expected there to be something on this elevator that wanted to hurt me. Oh, that way. I was about to say, there's nothing here. What do I do? Escaped Oop. An object of power escaped the Panopticon a couple weeks ago, and they want everyone to keep an eye out for it. So if anyone sees a merry-go-round horse zipping around the sector, alert me immediately. Do not try to contain it on your own, and definitely don't bind it to yourself. Your security chief, Simon Arish. Too late. He's already bound. Oh, Chief Arish. Okay. Where is this security booth? Oh, probably right here.
Ma'am!
No.
Hey!
Spot marked security.
FBC security. Shouldn't you be in a safe room?
They all have HRAs. We're on the same side.
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm here to perform the directorial override to get the lockdown lifted.
Yeah, Chief Arish, FBC Security. I'm just... Oh, hang on, you're the new director. It's a pleasure, ma'am.
Let's skip the formalities, please.
Right. Faden, ma'am. Look, as you can probably tell, it's a bit of a shit show down here. We've been holding our ground, but whatever's gotten into our buddies has them wrecking the coolant pumps and the power converters. The NSC keeps overheating, and my crews keep getting shot before they have a chance to make any repairs.
NSC?
Oh, sorry. Bureau jargon. It's what we call the power plant. You know, the big rumbling metal thing? Salvador, head of security, asked me to protect it in case of an attack. See, what's inside is dangerous. Dr. Darling seemed to know it would be a target.
Darling? He's here?
No, he came down a few days ago, before everything went to hell. He was out of it. Smelled like a bar mat. He was ranting about vulnerabilities and how he only had one large-scale HRA, but that he needed it somewhere else. Still, at least he gave us these personal HRAs before he left. Hey, did I mention that he was tearing his clothes off? Crazy dude.
Darling knew the hiss was coming.
Listen, I love playing 20 questions as much as the next guy, but we have got to get the water and electrical systems repaired before this baby blows. I'll have my guys unlock the doors out of here for you.
I'll take care of it. You stay and keep the hiss away from the plant if you can.
The hiss? That's what we're calling him? Oh, that's catchy. Oh, listen, the radios aren't working, so if you find my boss Salvador out there, could you please ask him what the plan is? I'm sure he will have one by now.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
He sure has a lot of faith in his boss.
Try to stay alive.
Okay. I don't know if there is a manual save. I don't think so. I'm not seeing one. Hopefully the autosave worked here.
What's your read on all this?
Energy conversion's well below the...
But, yeah, I think this is about where I'm going to stop it for the night. It's a little bit earlier than usual, but that's okay. This just seems like a really good spot to stop in. So, yeah, why not? So, as usual, thank you everybody for coming and hanging out for a while. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Like I keep saying, I really like this. I'm enjoying this quite a lot. There's so much really excellent world building, and I just appreciate everything about it. So, whoop, here my headphone cable. Okay, so that happened. Anyway, yes, I'm really enjoying this game. I hope that that you folks are having an interesting time as well. Y'all know the drill by now. Follow me if you're not already. Subscribe to the channel if you want to help support the streams. Get yourself at least one of these nifty little emotes in the process. I've also got the Patreon. I've got a Patreon you can check out. Patreon.com/ErieEmily. Pledge at least $1, get your name added to the list of patrons, gets rid at the end of every single live stream. Pledge $10 and up, get yourself a doodle that I will show off on screen. So, thank you as always to Aaron Thompson, Hugh C. Tanner, and Jenna Abel Bradford for all their contributions over there. Really appreciate those folks. If you don't want to do the whole monthly thing on Patreon, you can check out the coffee page, ko-fi.com/ErieEmily. Over here on Twitch, you can just look under the video for there's a tip jar link where you can just do direct donations. And if you want some cool merch, I got the Teespring store over here you can check out. Showing off the Queen of the Dark shirt since we got the Halloweens coming up. This seems like a good one to invest in. And I am planning on putting this one on sale, so look forward to a coupon code sooner rather than later. Probably, hopefully. So yeah, I lost my train of thought. I don't know where I'm going. Anyway, that's pretty much everything. Oh yeah, Discord. Join the Discord. If you've been watching live, you'll have seen the link pop up every now and then. Constantly. If you're not watching live, then there will be a link to it under the video somewhere. You can click on that. Come on, join the Discord. There's some cool people over there. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. So thank you everybody once again for coming. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Like I said, I'm having a great time. I'm really looking forward to more of this game. And yeah, that should be pretty much everything. So I hope that you have a wonderful night from here on in. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now, everyone.